Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had that girl that's always complaining how shitty her boyfriend treats her but always keeps going back to him, smash that subscribe button. Go and have her smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the following patrons: El Skid, Nathan, Scott, aka Hobie Cat, Mika, Ramon, Lead with Love, Johnny, Albert 12, Soulstar LA, Coach Ken, Miguel Lara, AI Vega, John Wick, Marshall, Esquiel, Miguel, Leader Actions, Others of Christ, Big Bad 48, JT, Nova, Jack, Linda, Michigan Wolverines, Marius, Chevelle 66, Gigi, Abuelita's Journey, and Douse Herrero. If you have not signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You do not want to miss out. Now, first and foremost, this episode right here is sponsored by Madden's Law Group, right? Representing the public safety officers in the state of California. If you've suffered on-the-job injuries such as post-traumatic stress disorder, torn ligaments, and this and that, go visit them at Public Safety Comp and tell them Hector Bravo sent you. This episode right here, man, respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, respect. Man, Hector, wow, what does it mean to you? It's up there. It's up there. It's one of the Army's 7 values, right? Leadership, duty, respect. I am a very, very respectful person, right? I didn't used to be when I was drinking, when I was running amok, when I was causing havoc, chaos, disruption, catastrophe. Well, I've been sober for 12 years, and I absolutely focus my life on respect, operate my life on respect. So what the hell does that have to do with the California Department of Corrections, Hector, where you did 16 years as an officer, sergeant, and lieutenant? Well, I'm glad you asked. You guys have been following along for 6 months. You guys see the buffoonery, right? The buffoonery. The buffoonery continues because disrespect is allowed. People are allowed to be disrespectful. Right? Let me give you an example. And I always throw this out there because it's up there, right? The guy that I let borrow my captain bars turned around and wrote me up. Besides being like a dirty move, I found that to be very disrespectful, right? Now, being a correctional peace officer, you're sworn in, man. There's a lot of shit that can get you fired from the job, right? Aside from screwing up on the job, like you get a restraining order slapped on you, it's not looking good, right? You cannot work with a firearm on post with a restraining order slapped on you. You get a domestic violence, a DV. You cannot work as a correctional peace officer, as a law enforcement officer. You cannot, right? There's all these, what do you want me to call them? Violent acts that you cannot do because you're going to get shit canned, right? You're going to get fired. And getting fired from a job where you're providing income for you and your family is, you're going to end up on the streets, right? You're going to end up asked out looking for another job. So because people value their employment, it's like the higher ups, and not even the higher ups, people that are just flat out disrespectful at all levels, officer, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, they get away with being disrespectful because they can. Because they cannot get punched in the fucking mouth. Period. Hector, you can't say that. I can say whatever I want. That's truly how I feel. I guarantee that if every time somebody got out of line in the prison system, in green, right now you guys are diving into green. Hector, you guys look like you guys are all the best of friends and you guys just want to be against the blue. That's not the truth. That's not the case. The truth is that there's a lot of BS that goes on within green, right? And I'm not even now talking about management. Go figure for once. I'm talking about anybody that dons the green jumpsuit and is disrespectful, right? To everybody, including their peers. The shit talking, and I'm not talking about carilla between two friends or the little jabs. I'm talking about straight up being disrespectful. Like, in any other real world circumstance, you will get punched in the fucking mouth for sure. And I'm not one to preach violence. I'm not. This whole episode is telling you why people are the disrespect is so out of control and why they get away with it, why they thrive on it, why they continue that pattern, because nobody's checked them. You cannot be checked. It's an unchecked balance, right? It's a you guys hear what I'm saying, man? That is not my world. That is not how I operated. You know, and people could be like, well, Hector, you know, corrections isn't so bad. It's not so bad. Well, maybe it's not so bad for you, but for a motherfucker that has values, honor, the ethic, and integrity, oh, it is a fucking shit show. It is a train wreck, right? I cannot count the amount of times I had been disrespected. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even going to never talk about this lady. I was not, right? I was not going to talk about this lady. But this is a good example, right? Just so you guys know, I don't plan ahead of what I'm going to say, right? That's how real your boy is. I just sit here and just start firing away. Pa, 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 right? The ones that struggle in the California Department of Corrections are the ones that are built for the business, meaning mentally, physically, and emotionally and spiritually, meaning they got a good head on their shoulders, their common sense, and they operate by a set of values. People from the military, not everyone, trust me. I'm going to go do a whole fucking episode on the lames that came from the military. Wow. But CDCR used our own tactics against us to beat us. Right? We were taught to never complain. We were taught to follow authority without giving any questioning at all. We were taught to respect rank, right? Not the person. We were taught to respect rank. And boy, did CDCR just go off the charts with using that against people like me, right? And I say people like me because I'm not the only one. I'm just a mouthpiece right now speaking for the masses. When I promoted to sergeant at Donovan, RJD, right? I was on probation. You guys have to understand probation periods. When you promote, you get on a 1-year probation. I had never seen nobody fail probation until I got to Donovan, right? You can fail probation there. So, for doing the right thing, mind you. For going against the grain, mind you. Your boy uses strategy, right? While on probation, I'm not going to do anything wild. I'm not going to talk back. I'm not going to cause waves, right? Because my goal is to promote, and it's playing the game, right? It's not selling my soul, it's playing the game. I don't think I had a daughter at that time. No, clearly I didn't. That was 8 years ago. My daughter's only 4. Simple math. I'm a prison guard. Nevertheless, it's a career, or was a career. It is a career, right? While on probation, they will fucking use, abuse, disrespect you because they know that they can. That's when they turned it up especially, right? That's why when I got off probation as a lieutenant, I went nuts with it, right? Because I'm like, I made it. Your boy fucking made it. You're a fucking idiot. You're a buffoon. They didn't like that either. I'm going to document 100 different ways how you fucked up, but yet they still would get passes, right? My good friend that came back out of retirement, who is now a retired annuitant at RJD, told me, Red cards holders take care of red card holders. Don't you forget that. You're the one that told me that. Oh, they say red cards because the managers have a little red line across their ID. And that is unethical. Red card holders take care. That sounds like a red wall. Quote that. Somebody quote that in the comment. The red wall. It's rampant. It is fucking rampant in the department. So, this whole lady that I was going to get, we'll call this lady Shirley. Shirley. Why not? Fuck it. Shirley. This lady Shirley, man, she had it out for me. For whatever fucking reason, right? I don't know if she wanted me to smash and I didn't smash. She was not attractive at all. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe she didn't like my bubbly personality, right? My wits, my jokes, my one-liners. I don't know. She had it out for me. She was my captain. She was my captain when I was a sergeant, right? Then I started doing acting lieutenant. Acting is you're in the role, but you're actually wearing the rank. You're doing the job, but you're not actually promoted to that rank. Acting. I was an acting lieutenant. She hated me. She fucking despised me, right? And at this time, I'm playing the game, right? Your boy's playing the game. So what the fuck can I do? Tell the bitch to fuck off? No. That's not going to end well. Because they'll switch it up too. They'll be like, oh, this guy threatened me in a violent, hostile manner. I'm like, bitch, I just told you to fuck off. Where's the threat, right? Where's the imminent threat? There was another character, sergeant type, my age. Came from the desert, thought he was a lion. I'm the real lion, right? I am the real lion. This is what a lion does. Period. We were in Ad Seg, Bravo 6, the sergeant's office. This fucking lady, Shirley, sends me an email, both of us. She loved him. She absolutely adored him, despised me. She sent us an email, she was condescending. I had to look up the word condescending because I'm like, what the fuck? How to deal with a toxic boss, right? Up until that point, I had not dealt with a toxic boss. Condescending. You guys know what the fuck that is. That is bad. That is real bad because they're treating you like shit, but they're like fucking being cute about it. Ooh, that fucking give me the heebie-jeebies, right? Hey, training, sergeant's office, 1 p.m. or whatever the fuck. So we go over there. It's me, that other dude, and that lady, Shirley. She's like, mind you, I'm an acting lieutenant at this time. That guy is a sergeant at this time. She's a captain. The lieutenant examination is coming up, the test to promote. She's like, oh yeah, telling the other guy, oh, you're going to need to know all this information. You're going to need to know this. You're going to need to know this. Yeah, the test is coming up, right? And you are a future lieutenant. And you, well, you're just an actor. The fucking bitch looked at me, scoffed, and said, I'm just an actor. Well, who's acting now? Right? Even caught my buddy off guard. I'll go as far as say he's my buddy. Even caught the guy off guard. Like, oh, fuck. Like, right? Now, mind you, a guy like me, built like me, I'm like, oh, this fucking bitch. This fucking bitch. This fucking bitch. And I try to like tell you guys my life stories, what I've been through, you know, putting work in Iraq, watching, you know, just so then she would go on every morning, and my office was right there. She would stand right in front of the door, look up at the control booth and say, good morning, control. And turn around and walk away. Right? Like 2 feet away from this lady. Right? 2 feet. Now you're probably saying, Hector, who cares, man? What is it to you if somebody doesn't say hi to you? Well, considering that they are my fucking superior, right? And in charge of whether I pass or fail probation might kind of set off the anxiety receptors a little bit, right? Post-traumatic stress disorder, publicsafetycomp.com, right? Write it down, go visit them, tell them Hector Bravo sent you. So, here we go. Here we go. I had been doing so good. Oh, chest pains. I had been doing so good, this fucking bitch, right? Oh, you fucking cunt. Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit. Oh, good morning, control, right? Talk about being unethical, talking about being unprofessional, right? Just talking about straight being disrespectful. Hector, does it get worse? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, it gets worse. Oh, man. Enlighten us. Oh, I will. I will. It seemed like this black cloud just over me, follow me wherever I just go as a pescadito, right? Now I'm a lieutenant, right? Now I'm a somebody. I passed the exam. Oh, fuck! Hello? Hello? I forgot to mention she was on my panel. She was on my my lieutenant panel to interview. There's 3 people, right? Thank God 2 of the guys were good. The lady was not good. Condescending. I told you about condescending, right? A little birdie had already told me she was going to be on the panel, right? So your boy used a strategy. I use my little ways, right? Condescending. She sees me sit down, man. She's wearing her stupid fucking class A's that don't fit her. And she's like, hello, Lieutenant, or whatever the fuck she said. Sergeant. Hello, Sergeant. Don't be nervous. I'm like, oh, you fucking dick. Fuck. Punching the air. In my head, punching the air. You guys, I'm just giving you examples. It is plagued in the department. Tap in how you've ever been disrespected in the comments, and I'll hold them accountable. Right? The ball's in our fucking favor now. The Real Ones by John Bernthal. Hit me up, John. Anyhow, ADD or some shit. So, she's on my panel. We're now on Alpha Yard. She's the captain on Alpha Yard. I'm the lieutenant on Alpha Yard. Well, I'll be damned if my friend, he's another lieutenant, comes over, a different guy. We're in her office. She's fucking giving us training of some sort. Bitch love to hear herself talk. So she's like, hey, you can leave, but you Hector, you stay here, right? She didn't actually call me by my first name, but she's like, you stay in here. And everybody was like, oh, fuck, the other guy, right? So I'm fucking standing there at the doorway of her big ass office. The captain's offices are pretty big. The windows, the blinds are open. This is evening time. The lady didn't have a life. This was like 7 p.m. Captains need to be home and in bed by 4 p.m. If you're a captain, go have a life outside of CDCR, please. Everybody wants that for you. 7 p.m., the lady's there. She shouldn't be there. I'm the lieutenant. I'm standing in her office. This bitch turns it up, right? Starts talking about that I'm a fuck up, that I'm a piece of shit, right? She's eating a salad. And I'm right there, standing there, right? And she's like, you know what? I'm eating right now, she tells me. She said, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and stand right there while I finish my meal? I stood there. I fucking stood there, man. I stood there. She was eating a salad. I remember because I looked over. And the thoughts that were going through my head, against, right? I don't preach violence. I will never say that's the answer, but the whole topic is of why they get away with what they get away with. And I just fucking, in my head, back to Fallujah, right? Just back to fucking, in my head, You ever let's see, you ever see those cartel videos? Just right in, like, I'm telling you what it was like, right? The 2,000 yard stare. And I'm like, no way, right? No way, man. I got a daughter. I'm a fall. Fuck me, man. And she's like, I don't even know what you're thinking right now. And I just did the laugh, like a Joker laugh, like, right? Because I was like, oh, this fucking bitch. Or that was a disrespect. It's up there, right? I'm never gonna like say which one's the most disrespectful thing. But anyhow, what's kind of funny about that is that the windows were blind, the blinds were open. I told you, right? Well, one of my friends, he's a young sergeant, good kid. He's like, "Damn, bro, I knew it was all bad. Your ass was standing in the corner like a little kid in trouble with your head down." God. Wow. So, anyways, where's she at now? She's miserable. The cats don't even like hanging around her. They're always leaving. They're always running into the middle of the road to get hit by a car on purpose. It's just all bad, right? You can see I'm fucking thriving, right? Because I'm not disrespectful. So that's just examples, small examples at that, man. And this is a Department of Corrections, right? Let's talk about blue. Families of blue. You guys want the best for your loved ones, right? You guys want them to get the programs that they want, the safety, the medical. How the fuck are you gonna get any of that completed when you got captains and managers acting like that, right? Thinking they're somebody's, focusing on that instead of actually doing what's right, doing what's required as a California peace officer, as a manager, right? You guys now see by far where the problem lies, who needs to get held accountable, and such. You guys all see it, right? So with that, the message for today is respect, man. My mental health suffered as a result of being allowed to be disrespected for 16 years. Yeah, 16 years, who knows, give or take, right? Because it is allowed, it is rampant. Rampant. But if you yourself do not break it down, right? You hold true to your own. Don't stoop down to their level. Be the better person. Be the bigger woman. Be the bigger man. Be the professional that you are. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Karma wise, you're going to be all right. Keep pushing forward.